Today, we're talking about the Robotaxi company that just crossed a huge milestone. Another major tech firm is looking to slash their workforce in favor of AI, and a quick look at the newest humanoid robot built for the home. Waymo, the self-driving arm of Google's parent company, has slowly been rolling out service to cities like Phoenix, San Francisco, and most recently Los Angeles. In Phoenix, they run 24/7. They even pick people up from the airport. I recently took a trip to LA and was actually surprised by the amount of Waymos that were out and about and seamlessly integrating themselves into traffic. The first time we got next to one, it's so hard to explain how trippy it is to see the car next to you have no driver and see it just pull on ahead and go right past you. And our Uber driver was completely unfazed because he just sees them everywhere. This past week, Waymo announced that they now service 100,000 rides per week, which is huge on many different levels. It shows that more and more people are opting to ride with Waymo, which means Waymo is collecting that much more data to improve their service. And as I can attest from my trip to LA, people are getting more used to driving alongside them. Of course, they aren't the only players in the Robotaxi game. Competitors like Cruise have been slowly building for years. New faces like Zoox are bringing a fresh twist to the Robotaxi market. And Tesla is set to make a huge announcement in the coming weeks. I'm looking forward to covering those updates as soon as they come out, so if you're interested in this space, subscribe for more. So far this year, we've seen companies like Dropbox, IBM, even UPS, citing AI as the primary driver in eliminating roles at their companies. And now the online payment company Klarna is hoping to do the same. Klarna is known for their buy now, pay later service. Back in February, they announced that their AI chatbot, which they made in collaboration with OpenAI, was doing the work of 700 customer service agents. While they have yet to announce any layoffs directly tied to AI, what they are doing is if any employee leaves the company, they're actively choosing not to fill that role with a person. And so every time someone leaves, they're just going to use this AI first approach to pick up the slack. Now, there's two major takeaways that I have from this story that I don't feel like is talked about enough online. The first thing that sticks out to me is that this is actually a huge risk to their customer satisfaction. I've seen plenty of comments of people saying that every time they use one of these chatbots, it bugs out on them or they would much rather talk to a person. And the other thing is that every company in every industry is going to come to grips with how they're going to use AI. That's the employer side of the game. The thing that I think a lot of people miss on the employee side is that the game isn't if or when AI is going to take your job. The game is how quickly can you adapt and capitalize on what these companies find valuable in their employees. The people who pick up AI and are able to do more with less are going to succeed and become very sought after in the decades to come. Because we know that these companies will do whatever is best for their bottom line, regardless of whatever we feel is fair or unfair. And finally, this is the latest humanoid robot to hit the internet. It's called the Neo Beta by 1X Robotics. In following the humanoid robot space, I've been aware of 1X as a robotics company, but I've always thought of them as the company making robots with wheels. But over the weekend, the Norway-based team released this video of a walking humanoid robot. I was actually surprised to learn that OpenAI is an investor in this company. I actually thought that OpenAI was only invested in Figure AI. Now, the thing that sets 1X apart from the other companies building robots is they're focusing on making a robot for the home first, and then moving to industrial applications at a later time, which explains this sort of soft touch exterior on Neo compared to other robots out there with hard, durable frames. But the most surprising bit of news was that they think these robots will be ready for homes as early as next year. They haven't been specific on price, but I think the $15,000 to $25,000 range is where the majority of these companies are aiming for. If you want to learn more, there's an awesome video on the S3 YouTube channel, which I will link below, that goes behind the scenes with the people developing Neo. And check out this video right here if you want a rundown of all the different robots in development.